How to take a self-paced class. First, download the lesson plan from briannamtutor.com. Second, watch this instructional video. Third, use the lesson plan to create an audio recording or speech-to-text document with your answers. And 4, submit your file on briannamtutor.com or email it to me at chillenglishbrianna@gmail.com. Hello, my name is Brianna. I teach English. Thank you so much for trying out my self-paced classes. What we're going to do today is walk through how the self-paced classes work and also try our first self-paced class for free. And this self-paced class will be focused on recent past and recent future events. All right, let's get started. Have a sip of water, make sure to get hydrated. Okay, first we're going to talk about how the self-paced classes work. Now, the way that I have figured out how to put this together is you've gone to my website, you've already walked through how to purchase a class by getting this sample class, right? So you added it to your cart, checked out, and then you download the lesson plan. You'll see that lesson plan there on my screen. We'll be showing that later when we get to the lesson part. So you have your lesson plan, you've checked out, now you're watching this video. That's step 2, all right? Step 1 is to download the lesson plan. Step 2 is to watch this video. So in this video, I'm going to walk through all the questions with you. I'm going to pause and let you record your answers. And once you have recorded your answers, you'll be submitting those to me. So how do you record your answers? This is probably the biggest question that I'm going to be answering today. And I recommend fully recording audio, an audio recording. Video files are a little too big and I don't necessarily need to see you talking. I just need to hear you talking. So I recommend doing an audio file because it will be much easier to send to me. So how you're going to make that audio file is you're going to find your recording app. Your recording app is probably already on your phone or on your computer. It's usually called Recorder, Voice Notes, Voice Recorder, Sound Recorder, or something like that. Okay, so make sure you find the recording app on your phone or on your computer. Give it a test first. Make sure you record something, you can find where the file is and you can listen to it and the noise actually recorded. So make sure you test it out and that it works before you purchase any of my classes. I highly recommend doing that. Okay, so once you've got your voice recorder all figured out, then you're going to go ahead and hit that record button. Using my lesson plan, I recommend that you record your audio file after you have watched the instruction segment of my video. Now you'll see at the very end, I'll give you answers to all the questions that I ask, right? So usually we're going to have the instructional part. Today we have a little introduction with how to record your class, right? So we have a how to, then we'll do the instructional part, and then we'll do the answers. So I recommend you pause your video before you get to the answers and record your sound file then. You'll be using your document. You'll be able to look through it, look at all the questions, make sure that you're able to remember what questions you need to answer and all of that. So you can try to record it while you're watching the video, but that might be a little challenging. I suggest just stopping my instructional video and starting your recording using the lesson plan to guide you. Okay, so that's my suggestion. Whatever way works for you is what way works for you. I want you to use these classes to your advantage, right? So my suggestion is to make that sound recording after watching the instructional video, but before watching the answers. Okay? So that's the most complicated part, right? Getting your sound recording. Now, if you're just really, really having issues with the sound recording, you could also make a speech to text recording. These are not going to give you as valuable insights into your pronunciation. I won't know exactly how you pronounce certain words. So it might not be as valuable for you, but you can also use a speech to text document. Okay. So once you have gotten your audio file and or your speech to text document already, if you'd like to submit your lesson plan with written answers, you're welcome to do that as well. So you're going to go onto my website, briannamtutor.com, and you'll submit your $5 self-paced lesson plan there. Now, within 5 days of you submitting your self-paced lesson, okay, and I should mention, so you can submit the lesson at my website. However, the website only allows you to down or upload a file that is 10 megabytes large. So if you have something over 10 megabytes large, I recommend you email the file to me, or if you just have problems submitting it on my website in general, if you're just more comfortable with email, you can do that. Email me your submission at chillenglishbrianna@gmail.com. Make sure to put self-paced submission in your subject line. Okay? So self-paced submissions into my email or onto my website, and my guarantee is a video kind of similar to this in 5 days within receipt. So that is what I want to promise with these self-paced classes is $5, 5 days, and you'll have feedback on becoming a better speaker. Okay, so that's how that works. Just to review, first, you'll go to my website, download the lesson plan. Second, you'll watch my instructional video, pause before the answers. Third, you'll create your audio recording or text-to-speech document. And finally, you'll submit your recording on my website, briannamtutor.com, or at my email, chillenglishbrianna.com. Okay, so that's how those self-paced lessons work. Please feel free to get in touch with me if you have any questions through my email. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into the instructional part. So here's my lesson plan. You'll see that I've provided you a calendar for January. I'm not sure which year this would be accurate for, but we're just going to pretend whatever day it is for you, we're going to pretend that today is January 5th. Okay, so according to this calendar, whatever year that calendar is, it's January 5th, no matter where you are. Okay, so we're just going to pretend for a second. Today is January 5th, right? So let's say you're seeing a hockey game on January 8th. How would you say that? And what if you're eating out or ate out for dinner on the 4th of January? How would you express that? Okay, so today's the 5th of January, and on the morning of the 5th of January, you drove through traffic. What's a way you can express that? Okay, and then let's pretend on the 6th you will see friends. So what would you say if you're seeing friends on the 6th? Right, and then how about January 10th? You need to go to work early, January 10th. What's a way of saying that? Okay, next is celebrating New Year's Day. If it's January 5th, New Year's Day was recently. So how would you say you celebrated New Year's Day? What's another way of saying that? And next we have January 12th. And pretend you're celebrating your anniversary on January 12th. Okay. If you're stuck on any of these, remember that we're practicing this, next, tomorrow, yesterday, things like that. All right. Okay. So good job on that practice. Next, we're going to be looking at some things that you might use in your life to discuss what you did recently or what you will do in the recent future. Okay. So, can you tell me what you did this past Sunday? This past Sunday. So, if it's Sunday, that would be the Sunday before. If it's Monday, that would be yesterday, right? So, it depends on which day it is for you. This past Sunday. All right. And then I want you to tell me about any plans you have for this coming Friday. So if today is Friday, it would probably be next Friday, right? Depending on what time of the day it is, right? If it's Friday morning, you could probably say this coming Friday for today. Wouldn't make a lot of sense, but you might just want to use next week at that point. Okay, so this coming Friday. All right, so go ahead and record those answers onto your audio device or use text to speech. This is a free sample lesson, so it is a lot shorter than all of my other lessons. Most of them will take 40 minutes or more. And I also am working on some movie lessons. So those will require you to watch a movie in English and to complete a self-paced lesson as well. So if you're interested in anything like that, or if you have suggestions for topics you want for a lesson, please let me know. Please email me. Really happy to get back to people with questions. Anyone is welcome to be my student. If you're here on my website watching this video, you're in the right place. So feel free to sign up. And again, any questions at all or anything, don't hesitate to contact me. Okay, so thank you so much for submitting your questions. I'm just going to quickly go over some of these answers for our sample lesson today, and then we'll wrap it up. Wrap it up meaning to finish. Good idiom. Okay, so sorry, I feel like I keep jiggling the camera. Okay. So today is January 5th, and we're going to see a hockey game on the 8th. So some people might say a hockey game, other people might say a hockey match. Match is a little bit more British, and game is a little bit more American. Okay, so today's Wednesday, that will be Saturday. So I would say on Saturday, I'm going to see a hockey game. This Saturday, I'm going to see a hockey game. Okay. Eat out for dinner on the 4th. So this one I would use last night. I ate out for dinner last night. Right, I ate out for dinner last night. Okay, and drove through traffic. So this one I would use this morning. I drove through traffic this morning. I drove through traffic this morning. Right. Next one, see friends on the night of the 6th. The 6th will be tomorrow. So I will see friends tomorrow. And we could say tomorrow night. I will see friends tomorrow night. Okay. And next we have the 10th. So the 10th is Monday. I'm going to say this Monday, but I could also say this coming Monday. So this Monday or this coming Monday, I will go to work early. I will go to work early this coming Monday. Okay, does that make sense? So it's the Monday that's the most rapidly approaching. Okay. And then we have New Year's Day. So New Year's Day was this past Saturday, right? So You could say on Saturday or last Saturday or this past Saturday. You can go with last Saturday, I celebrated New Year's Day. Last Saturday, I celebrated New Year's Day. Okay. Or this past Saturday. All right. And next is celebrate your anniversary on the 12th. So that is next Wednesday, a week from today. So I could say next Wednesday, next week, or a week from today. I'm going to say a week from today, I will celebrate my anniversary. A week from today, I will celebrate my anniversary. Okay. And now I'll just go over some examples for the personal questions. So, what did you do this past Sunday? Today is actually Saturday, so this past Sunday would have been 6 days ago. And honestly, I don't really remember. I went to a nice neighborhood and walked around a little bit this past Sunday. I didn't really do much else besides chores. Okay. And any plans this coming Friday? So, like I said, today is Saturday, so this coming Friday is going to be in 6 days. So, this coming Friday here is actually Halloween. So, I will be celebrating Halloween this coming Friday. All right. And to celebrate Halloween, I will be going to a friend's house and attending a party. So, I will be attending a party this coming Friday. All right, great. So any questions, anything at all, feel free to email me. Thank you so much for staying till the very end, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.